Hello Pisces and welcome to my channel Tarot by Gabrielle. This is going to be a reading for February 2023 looking at your recent past, current energy, and immediate future. As you can see, I've already gone ahead and pulled the oracle cards and clarified those. I have the overall energy for the reading. We'll jump into tarot, and then I have the decks that I'll be using in the extended. Any information on the extended reading or on booking a personal reading with me is in the description box below. Please remember that these are general readings. They will not resonate for everyone, so please do remember to take what resonates and leave what does not. All right, Pisces. This is about a cycle that you've been dealing with. In your recent past, you have Know Your Worth with the World card in reverse. This is a cycle about you having a tendency to pursue people, things that do not treat you with what you're worth, do not treat you how you deserve. I feel like you've had a tendency to feel a little bit resentful for your needs not being met. And this is about changing that. I feel like this is really a reading about making sure that you're asking for what you need and demanding nothing less than that. Now, I say that because the overall energy for this reading is ask for your needs to be met with this assertiveness card. And the way that I see that, I mean, this card actually says God and the angels can come to your aid only if you make a free will choice to be helped. And it begins with asking. It doesn't matter how you ask God for help, but only that you do so. The same holds true with clearly asking other people to assist you. So ultimately, what I'm saying, and this is about being assertive when asking for what you deserve, and essentially saying, if you're not able to give me what I deserve, then I'm out, type of thing. And that goes not just for relationships, but that can be, for any aspect of your life, a job, even just, a friendship, anything. Remember to take it as it resonates. Right now, you have attuned to the divine with the Ace of Wands. Right now is about, it's almost like needing to find your passion for life again. Not necessarily that you're not a passionate person, or even that you're having, like, you don't have to be having a super rough time right now. But I do feel like this is a level of you, maybe you've, like, again, I feel like there's this level of just feeling like almost resentful because your needs haven't been met for so long. It really is time for you to start asking for and demanding nothing less than what you deserve, Pisces. Because in your immediate future, you have stepped into your power with the Emperor here. You're showing up as the Emperor, someone who is pursuing their path with nothing but, confidence and this certainty that no matter what you do or where you put your energy, knowing that you're putting your energy in the right things, and those things are always going to give you back what you deserve. But there's also that level of knowing that in order to find the right things to pursue, you've got to walk away from the things that do not give you what you deserve. And maybe you've already done that, and maybe this is just kind of about stepping into your power, you know, post, walking away from what you deserve. Again, take it as it resonates. But let's see here. This is for Pisces recent past. I feel like I need to do a little more shuffling here. This is Pisces recent past, clarifying Know Your Worth with the World card in reverse. This reading, or this is for Pisces recent past, this energy. This reading. This energy is for Pisces recent past, looking at Know Your Worth with the World card in reverse. Recent past for Pisces. Very specific card, I feel like. The Strength card in reverse with the Hermit. So that makes perfect sense, right? This is a lack of, feeling this confidence within where you say, I am deserving of what I deserve, for who I am, not for what I give, not for how I look, not for being anything more than who I am at my core. And your recent past was kind of shining a light on the ways that you have had a tendency to overstep your own boundaries, maybe to take care of other people or to put other people ahead of yourself. And I get that. And a lot of that just stems from this, idea that you have to be more than you are in order to receive whatever it is that you're ultimately wanting out of life. And so your recent past, it really did, it shined a light on this. It's not that you're lacking self-worth, I mean, obviously, you if this is your reading, and if you're on my channel, then you're doing the healing, you're doing the inner work, you're trying to figure out, what your worth is and how to demand it. But your recent past specifically was a big level of almost showing you the gaps in where you are not like I just hear the word demanding, like demanding that you have what you deserve in this world. Now you can do that in a loving way, right? Like that's not saying that you're demanding in the sense of like, oh, um, I don't know, like it doesn't need to be. It doesn't. You don't need to come from a place of anger. It doesn't need to come from a place of defensiveness. But it also ultimately just needs to come from a place of saying, hey, you know what? I deserve to have my needs met, and if this can't provide me with that, well, then that's pretty clear sign from the universe that this isn't supposed to be in my life, because whatever I am supposed to invest in, whatever is in alignment with me, will always give me back a reciprocal level of energy that I give it. Recent past for Pisces. The Hangman in reverse with the Queen of Wands. Ooh, okay. Queen of Wands in reverse, actually. So there is this level. Oh no, that Queen of Wands is upright. It's not in reverse. There's this level of holding on to what doesn't serve you, because I feel like you feel like nothing better would ever take its place. So I feel like that was your recent past, was holding on to things that didn't provide you with what you deserved, because you had this level of fear that if I let go of this, will it ever be replaced? Is it better for me to settle for this than have nothing at all? And the answer is no. In fact, every time we choose ourselves in this world, when we say I deserve more than this, and we walk away, the universe will always reward us. Now it might test us a couple of times and say, are you going to go back to old patterns? Are you going to choose something else, your love for someone or something else over yourself? Or are you going to say, I deserve good things, therefore good things are always going to be provided for me as long as I'm choosing myself. So this is a lot about learning to choose yourself. At like it's almost like what I think about is this: I got to this certain point on my path where I had been in several different relationships that didn't serve me, and I knew it at the time. But I obviously had this hope, maybe it'll grow into something more, maybe eventually, that trap that we can get in where we're living for the future. And I remember this one day specifically. I was driving in my car, and that song that was famous on TikTok there for a while is called "Kinda Over It" by Maddie Hicks. um it's kind of a silly song, but it came on, and essentially the gist of the song is, I'm kind of over getting treated like crap, and I'm I deserve more than this, and it's almost like it like hit her, and she was like, you know what, this isn't, I don't want this anymore. And I like that song came on, and I actually started crying. And again, it's like a sillier song, but I started crying, and I was like, you know what, I am over this. Like I really am. And I kind of just like, I shut the door on all of the situations that weren't, providing me with what I deserved. And from that day forward, I watched the universe give me what did align with me and what did align with what I deserved. And I say that to say that sometimes it takes this moment of saying, like, in that moment, I was like, you know what, in relationships and in a career, like, I would rather be alone forever than ever have to deal with getting treated like this, and then there was that level of, I would rather have to struggle financially building a business that I love than have to get treated, poorly through my career. And so it all kind of, tied together in the sense that I was like, once I decided I didn't deserve that anymore, and I deserved more, and I started making those choices, that was when I started telling the universe, hey, I deserve more I deserve more. The more that we choose things that don't deserve us, the more that we are sending a signal to the universe, because the universe listens to us. It listens to every single one of our thoughts, beliefs, actions. And when our actions are aligned with us not being, showing us that we deserve more, then the universe takes that as a signal from us of saying, hey, this is okay. It might not be what I want, but I can deal with this for now. And you won't be able to, to attract whatever it is that you're deserving of. And so your reset past was a lot of this realization that, it might just feel like you got treated poorly, and maybe you did, but it was a level of you needing to realize, hey, I deserve more than this, and I have got to start taking action that aligns with that. And so I feel like that's what right now is kind of talking about this Ace of Wands. It feels like action, like realizing that your actions speak more and have way more of an impact on your future than you even have realized, I'm pretty sure, just based on this past energy. But let's see, recent past here for Pisces. Let's get one more. Okay, inner child energy. I get that. You've probably learned as a kid that you weren't deserving of having your needs met, that you kind of just had to, get what you get and don't throw fit kind of thing. And, that's not fair. That's not a fair lesson for you to have had to have learned as a kid. But the thing is now that you can change that. You can change that belief. That's why, I talk about this all the time on my channel. 95% of our movements, choices, decisions, actions, they stem from our subconscious. And our subconscious, if we don't take the time to heal and, actively have a role in retraining our subconscious, it becomes a product of our experiences, a product of what we were told from society and our parents when we were growing up. And if, from society and your parents, you had this mindset, kind of drilled in you that you kind of just have to accept, what it is that you have and just be grateful for it and say, well, this is all I got, so this is all I deserve. It almost, it's like ingrained in you now that asking for your needs to be met or asking for more is something that I feel like you're not really comfortable with. And this reading is about shifting that mindset and saying, you know what? No, I am the creator of my own reality. Per the law of attraction, the energy I put out, the actions I put out into the world, that's what attracts, certain things for me. Therefore, I'm saying that I deserve more and I am going to create more for myself. And so that, that's kind of where I feel like you are in your current energy. Because again, the Queen of Pentacles in reverse is saying this is a level of always kind of feeling a little bit unstable, feeling like you aren't having your needs met, kind of talking about that hierarchy of needs, feeling like you aren't having the love you deserve, the financial stability you deserve, the treatment you deserve. That's not, you don't have to be in that energy forever. That's not how life has to be. You are allowed and are deserving to have your needs met. You do have to ask for it. And if someone's not willing to provide you with having your needs met, you have to have that courage to be able to say, okay, fine, and walk away from that and take that risk toward, what you do deserve. But that's not always easy. And there is a lot of learning that takes to kind of get to that point. And I feel like that's kind of where you're at now. So let's see. Let's look at Pisces' current energy, clarifying attuned to the divine with the Ace of Wands. This is for Pisces' current energy. Pisces' current energy, clarifying attuned to the divine with the Ace of Wands. Pisces' current energy. Okay. So yeah, there is something in your world that needs to come to an end. There's something like, it's almost like, okay, this could be taken two ways. It's either there's something in your world that needs to come to an end and you're constantly feeling betrayed by this thing because your needs aren't being met no matter what you ask for. I kind of think about a relationship where a person always promises they'll change and then never really does. And that could be a relationship with a career as well. Or this is a situation that has come to an end in the past that gave you this kind of energy that you're needing to close the cycle of and kind of learn why things happen the way they did and what level of you not demanding, your needs be met that kind of kept you trapped and not having your needs met. Now, this is where I kind of talk about this level of needing to understand that you've got to have this self-forgiveness of saying, you know what? I didn't know what I know now then, and I wouldn't know what I know now if I didn't go through what I did. And being able to say, I do deserve better, and I know that now, but I never would have gotten here if I didn't go through that experience. And I feel like that's kind of where you're at now because you are in a very triggered energy, where I feel like you feel like you're being like this pain, this Ten of Swords and energy is kind of being poked at. It kind of feels like it's like maybe you're seeing things, could be through social media, or it kind of feels like maybe that level of like when you get out of a relationship. And I'm not saying this is the case, this is not the case, this is just the energy I feel like when you get out of a relationship with someone that you were like begging to give you what you deserve, but you finally decide to walk away, or they end up breaking up with you, or whatever the case is, and then you watch them get in a relationship with someone else and give them everything that you deserved. That's like that's a sign from the universe. It's like, you know what, you need to just let this thing go. Or this is a level of like almost like this need to see that something ended because you deserved better, like allowing something to come to a close, like not just something that ended, but allowing the cycle to kind of come to a close because you see now that you deserve more. and being able to say, you know, I'm grateful that I no longer have to put up with that, and that the energy that I'm attracting now is going to be more in alignment with me, because it will be if you demand it, if you ask for it, if you have this assertiveness and saying, I deserve to have my needs met. Current energy for Pisces. I do feel like your past is being a little triggered right now. Don't allow yourself to get caught up in the emotion. Allow the emotion to process, allow yourself to process the emotion, and let it kind of move through you. But you don't have to believe, because when you're triggered by things like that, it's this feeling of like, why not me, right? Like if you're watching someone else give someone else, if you're watching someone who didn't give you what you deserved, give someone else what you wanted, there's this level of like, well, why not me? Why couldn't I have been enough? It's not about you. Don't take that personally. That has nothing to do with you. Um, and I feel like that's why there's this level of needing to let go of, and again, this is so difficult, but let go of taking it so personally, because a lot of times when people do that, especially in relationships, like it's because they literally did not know how to give you what you deserved. And they had this ego of saying, well, I can't give it to you now that you're asking for it. But now that I know what people like you want, I'm going to go give it to the next person. So know that has very little to do with you. Of course, it doesn't feel like that. And it does feel very personal. And it feels very like why them over me? And then that's when you can kind of get into the comparison, and what do they have that I don't? Nothing. They just had him, the person, that her at a different time, right? And so I feel like I got really off track. I just feel like there's a level of that message coming through that's saying, like, if you're being triggered about how your past never treated you how you deserve right now, understand that it wasn't personal. It was just, oftentimes we have to let go of this idea that people were capable of giving us what we deserve in the first place. Current energy for Pisces. Yeah, because there's a tower kind of you're going through right now. I feel like you're experiencing something that feels very intense right now. And I want you to know that, because there's the Eight of Cups in reverse. This is the second card. This is kind of like the Death card, where it's like, this is this need to walk away from what doesn't serve you. Because when we have tower moments, it's not just the falling away of something material that doesn't serve us, it's a falling away of a mindset that doesn't serve us as well. And your mindset, there's a level of you that was looking for your worth through somebody else. So apparently this is turning into more of a relationship. And that person, they're not able to give you what you deserve. In fact, if you feel like they're finally able to give someone else what you were asking for, they're not. Just because it looks like it on paper, they're not. They don't. No one grows that emotionally overnight. No one decides to show up for the people that they love overnight. Now there's a level of needing to understand that, you know, kind of a harder truth here. People really are a reflection of our love for ourselves, right? So if you were accepting bare minimum love, you probably received bare minimum love. Now, if you were able to say, you know what, I deserve better than this, and kind of take the steps that you need to walk away from it, then you will start to receive the love that you truly deserve. Again, this doesn't just have to be love. This could be about a career, but I definitely feel like it's more focused on love. Current energy for Pisces. Current energy for Pisces, please. King of Wands with the Seven of Cups in reverse. And then there's that World card, and then the Two of Cups upright. It's almost like I feel like you made up your mind about someone, and you were like, this is the person I want to be with, or this is the person I want to invest in, or this is the job I want to invest in, whatever the case is. And that thing ended up kind of turning for you. Something that you thought would be in your life forever wasn't in your life forever. Now, that doesn't mean that what you're looking for through that situation and the way you want to feel and love and life and your financial situation, that doesn't mean that those things aren't possible. But I feel like there's this level of looking to your past and saying, that's the only thing that could ever make me happy. No, that's the only thing that has ever made you happy to this day. That's the best you've ever had, maybe, right? That doesn't mean, we don't want to limit ourselves to our experience, because that closes us off to the opportunities that the universe has. Now, the King of Wands is also a card of action. Right there with the Ace of Wands, there's some action that needs to be taken on your end in order for you to start to realize that when you start taking action toward what you deserve, and sometimes that means away from what you don't deserve, you start watching miracles happen in your life. I promise you. Now, again, sometimes the universe will test you, and it'll throw you a couple bones and be like, are you gonna go back to old patterns? Are you gonna accept the same lesson in a different person or in a different career or whatever the case is? Or are you going to choose yourself and understand that the universe always has your back and start providing for yourself a life that deserves you? Not just that you deserve, but that deserves you. So attune to the divine right now. Right now is a time to really tap into your intuition, really tap into the love of the universe, and try your hardest to see past the circumstance to the bigger picture at hand. All right, immediate future for Pisces. This is about you stepping into your power, Pisces. Immediate future for Pisces. Immediate future for Pisces, please. There it is. My favorite card in tarot. Your immediate future is about releasing yourself from limiting beliefs. The Eight of Swords in reverse is limiting beliefs that keep you from what you want. Now, when I talked about that 95% of us that is subconscious, that's where our limiting beliefs lie. So even if you're consciously like, I know I deserve better, there's a level of you that's attached to what you don't deserve because you feel that that's as good as it's going to get for you. Your immediate future is about releasing a limiting belief that you don't, it's almost like this level of feeling that like you don't deserve to put yourself first. Like, I honestly feel to a certain extent, you feel guilty when you put yourself first too. And that's not fair to you, because I mean, and obviously that stems from, that inner child energy that I was talking about, where you grew up feeling like maybe if I ask for what I deserve, or if I set boundaries with people, then I'm, being selfish, or like, it's like that self-care is selfish or something. It's not, and you deserve to have your needs met before anybody else. Your needs are more important than anybody else's needs in your life. You can only take care of other people to the extent you take care of yourself. You can only love other people to the extent you love yourself. Otherwise, resentment will build. That's just the way that things go. And so your immediate future is about releasing yourself from those limiting beliefs that keep you from stepping into your power, that keep you from stepping into that emperor side of you. That emperor side of you can also be being your own best partner first, being your own best provider first, and understanding that whatever you are to yourself is what is going to be reflected in your external environment. Immediate future for Pisces. I like this reading for you guys. This is a lot of it's a very powerful reading. This is a very powerful energy that you're dealing with right there. Look at that, Two of Wands. You're going to start attracting with what aligns with you. There's the artist. You're going to start attracting that which aligns with you. Now, it might take some time, and it might take some hard decisions on your part, and it might take a lot of being really confused until you find clarity. It might take a lot of prayer. It might take a lot of asking for what you deserve from God and the people around you. But you are going to start to see that when you start to step into your power and ask for what you deserve and realize that you deserve more than what you've been accepting to this point, because we accept what we think we deserve, that you will start to see that the things that start to attract you will be what aligns with you. And it'll almost like when that first started happening with me, I was like, what the hell was I doing in these past relationships? Like, this is crazy. Like, friendships and, relationships as a whole now in my life, they complement me. They add to this level of fulfillment that I already have within myself, and it's beyond anything that I've ever experienced before because it's healthy, it's reciprocal, and it's something that I never would have thought was even possible. And so that's why I was attached to the relationships that I had. And so I mentioned that to say that when you start to attract with that which aligns with you, this freedom that you feel, I'm pretty sure I'll be spending the rest of my life putting it into words. That freedom, excuse me, I have the hiccups. I think it's the hiccup. This freedom that I feel, that you deserve to feel too, you'll start to see is beyond anything that you were hoping for from the past. Oops. Immediate future. Last card for immediate future for Pisces. Last card for immediate future for Pisces. Releasing the conflicting energy. That's the Five of Wands in reverse. When I talk about conflicting energy, I mean that energy that lives in the 95% of you, where you could consciously be like, I deserve more, I deserve more, I deserve more. But there's that part of you that stems from childhood that says, this is as good as it gets for me. This is all I deserve. I don't want to take the risk towards something better because what if there's nothing better out there for me? Get rid of that. Get rid of that mindset. That mindset does not serve you anymore. That life does not serve you anymore. You deserve to step into what you deserve, but you've got to make that decision for yourself, Pisces. The universe wants to give you what you deserve, but it's got to come from you first. It can't just show up at your doorstep tomorrow without you creating it for yourself within. Remember, it's as within, so without, as above, so below. It's not the other way around. All right, Pisces, thank you guys so much as always for the support of my channel. I'm going to hop on over to the extended. We're diving into this energy, getting some clarification, pulling an advice card from Spirit at the end. Thank you guys as always. Again, I wish you nothing but the best in 2023, and I hope to see you back in future readings. Bye, Pisces.